こんにちは、チャットマスターの根崎ゆきです。3月21日木曜日のセッションリーアップ取っていきたいと思います。よろしくお願いいたします。それでは始めていきましょう。
On the EJ, and we've just drawn a channel here. This is session recap, and it's for the 20th of March. All right. Notice where the bounce happened. Right there on the channel, the apex of this channel line to the downside and here. So now I'm pretty sure that this is not the channel. All right. So I'm going to take it off. Because I just got proof that that's not it. I totally understand why they did this. Everybody see that? Can you all see why they did that right there? Does that make total sense to you, why they bounced? Why are we seeing the money coming in here now? Oh, yeah, we're not ready to take it yet, but why did we see the bounce occur there? Can we all understand why the bounce occurred there? That was the channel. See? Now we can do this and continue on going. See that? Your job is to draw the channels, folks. All right? We'll see. Coming back down hard again. All right? And as the real estate keeps developing, you may have to continue to adjust this until you figure it out, and then you take the breakouts for those. All right, so here we go. All right, let's take a look and see what we got. Euro. Euro's still dead, sitting right here. It's toying with a breakout possibility. If we break it out, you can see there's a top right there. All right, so we have a breakout up to here. All right, if they respect this trend and they start selling euros again, we're looking to come down to here, right down to there. Most likely it'll be here.
ユーロドルです。ユーロドルは上にブレイクしてきたら、サポートまで。で、下に跳ね返ってきたら下のターゲット2つありますよねと。で、モストライクリー下のターゲットまで行くんじゃないかなみたいな。この下の方のサポートですよね。ここまで行くんじゃないかなみたいなことを言っています。
Because of the ATR.It only has 114 pip ATR, and that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 120 pips to that line right there. So we'll probably only get the trade down to the first line, 120 pips down in here. But that's the overall target down here. All right, you can see there's a big target area all down in here. It'd be hard to trade in here because there's not much space, but you would be able to manage a trade all the way to the day chart trend line before the bounce. So if you get this trade, this one to the downside, and then you get this one.Move your stop, do not limit out, and sit there and see if you can get all the way to the day chart trend. All right? You pull that trade off, you got to pull 250 pips out of the euro dollar. Now, I'm not looking for an entry. The only reason I go to the 3-minute chart.
リミットアウトしないようにしましょうと。デイチャートのトレンドもありますし、サポートもありますし、下がってきたらここの一番下まで取っていきたいねと。リミットしないで、リミットアウトしないで、ストップを下げていきたいねと。
Because I'm looking for the entry. All right? I'm no longer looking for an entry because of the time of day. 20 minutes from now, it's pub time in London, so I'm no longer looking for an entry. But I will come back and look at it at the Singapore. All right? And I don't look at the charts other than that. I go back at the Singapore, and that's when I send my alerts out to everybody. All right? Here's the British pound. Took the top of the channel out. This is surprises. Okay? Everybody who took the trade here, man, you had a green candle, man. It was awesome. I took it.Well, they're upside down 45 pips right now. All right? All right? We have a real risk of them having to square this up down here. A real risk. All right? The bounce point is right here where we got this and we got the channel. All right? Pulled out 60. Nice job, Michael. But see, now Michael pulled out 60 because he took it down in here. He took that trade. See? All right? Now Singapore's at 5 o'clock Eastern.John. That's when the Aussies and the Kiwi guys wake up. All right. Moving average did again. Great job, Michael. Great job. All right. So we're looking for the bounce to continue this up. This gives us an opportunity to buy here. All right. Buy and take the next run up. All right. In order to continue this trend and the channel, they got to put a high higher than this. So we automatically know the next target is where we're trying to go. So we're trying to find the bounce point, take the opportunity to the upside.You can see that's not a bear flag, that's a correction. Everybody see that? A bear flag would be like this. This is a correction. They're correcting this, and then we'll see the bounce. All right? That's what we'll look for. Will we get it? I don't know. Who knows?
ポンドドルは一回下がってきて、もう一回買っていきたいですよねっていうことを言ってます。
I want to look for the bounce right there, and then double my position above 1.50, 150, looking for a target of 52.08 up there.CAD, stay out of it. Nothing happening. Junk. Alright? Swissy.
ドルカナダ、何もすることはありません。stay out of it。何もすることはないですねと。ドルフラン行きましょう。
We're waiting for the bounce. Alright? Now remember, if they sell dollars and continue to sell dollars, we'll get a breakout here. Alright? The euro and the pound cannot, if they go down, then that means the dollar Swissy is going to go to the upside. Alright? So if they go down, that's what's going to happen. If the euro and the dollar continue to the upside, then the Swissy will go to the downside and we'll get a breakout. You can see we're looking at this area right down in here. All right. So we need a break, a hook, and a go. This is a day chart bottom here, so you're going to have to be careful of that. Next target is here. All right. Once you get your charts up, it tells you exactly what to do. This wedge is gone, so I'm going to get rid of it so it does not confuse me anymore. All right. So we can see, though, however, that they're using the bottom trend line as the bottom of the channel, and they're using this top right here. So everybody see they could come down here, bounce. They're going to hit it. Sooner or later, they're going to hit it, and they're going to bounce up here, come back down, bounce up here, like this. These are your opportunities. This one, and this one. All right. So very simple to see. The chart tells you.
ドルフランは下に抜けてきてブレイクか5だったら売りですけども、今トレンドラインがあるのでここで跳ね返ってきて、上がってくるかもしれないよねと。
How to trade it today. That's the real estate today. Tomorrow may be totally different, but that's the real estate for today. We've got to figure out the real estate for today. Dollar yen, we're still inside the wedge. We don't have anything to do on this dollar yen until we either break out north or we break out south.
ドル円は現在エッジの中にあって、上に行くか下に行くかまだちょっと分かんないよねと。
While we're in the wedge, we're out of this trade. Aussie dollar. Aussie, we're looking for the continuation to the upside. We have a really good opportunity. They're having such problem with this line, but they finally broke this line, as you can see. Our problem is that we're only seven pips from the 1,400. Once they take the 4,000 yet, they could retrace all the way back to here and go. But if you got to take that 4,000 out. All right. So we're going to look for two opportunities. That's the first one is going to be above the 1,400 here, and the other one is if you get a pullback, you want to take the trade on the pullback. And remember, that'll be a two-part trade. Then you'll be scaling 30 your lots in on the first one on the pullback, and then the rest of them go on up here. All right. So next one.
オージードルは 1.0400 を抜けてきたら買っていきたいよねっていうことを言っています。
Euro Japan, waiting for this bounce, and look at it, came right back down again. Notice that they bounced and came right back down again. So we're waiting for this. This is imminent. This could happen as soon as you close the room. You could see this trade. So those of you going to hang in the room, I'm not going to be there, but those of you are, you may get this trade after we close the room down. All right. But then they just want to take it and go. And they're all doing the same thing. They're just trying to get in position for the big trade up here. So to take it, even at the close of London, will not mean much to them because you can see there's a hard bottom in here. This is the risk. The risk is very minuscule. There's the bottom. All right. So right now the risk is just that for that trade. Risk and reward is here. So they may try to pull that thing off. But remember, we still got a huge risk to square up this candle. All right. Now, big boys don't have to worry about that because they're not trading with stops, but you do. So that's 30 pips away. Hang in. Oh, we're getting a breakout of the channel to the downside.
ユーロ円はチャンネルに跳ね返ってきて上がりそうですよねっていうのと、で、ポンド円も同じですねと。
Alright, so if it corrects, let's pop this off. How do we figure out what that is? Alright, they've already just shown you. Alright, the channel is not what we're working right now, at least not the one you've got drawn. It may be lower. It may be down here lower, like down in this area. Come on. It may be all the way down here where that wick is. It may be over here where those wicks are. See? I know what it is. I like that one right there. Alright? But a correction would be you're going to retrace. So when you think retracement, you use a retracement fib. It's the same word. Retracement fib. You go in, you say where is the most likely place for the bounce to occur. Alright? There are two places. One is to square up on this candle with the 382. The other is the 50% here where these bottoms are. Can everybody see that?
ポンド円の10分チャートです。チャンネルラインを少し直しました。そして、フィブリトレースメントを取りましょう。フィブを取りましょう。で、まず382で跳ね返るかもしれませんよね。このスクエアアップキャンドルのところですよね。 で、50% にはサポートありますよね。これ分かりますかみたいな感じで。
So any buy you take, the risk is still to there. All right, everybody see that? This is your risk. It could start up and come right down to here and then go. All right. So your stop has got to be below here. No matter what trade you take up here, your stop's going to be here. All right.
ポンド円はどんなトレードをしようともこの 50% とサポートの下にストップを置くべきですよねと。
Now, we've got a big opportunity up here, so, you know, that's a good place to get in position for tonight at the Singapore and the Asian. All right, so maybe we'll run it there. So we're going to look for that buy after the pullback, somewhere around a 38250. Then we'll put it right in between them because I don't know which one it's going to be. So that's the area I'm going to look for the buy, and I will adjust the channel. All right. Eventually, when you have to figure this out, it's not about trading that stinking indicator, folks. It's about figuring it out. Figure out the real estate, then look for the trade. Don't go look for the trade and then figure out the real estate. Okay. All right. All right, love you. All right, and refigure it later when you have more real estate, okay? So we're seeing that on this New Zealand, we're still getting a bounce. There's nobody interested yet, but we're still interested. They're still trying to do the bounce. Our trades are here. One right here, and then of course this big one right up to here, bisected by the, this is an S3, so this target doesn't exist. If they break out north, that target doesn't exist because it's a down target. So we'll take it off. Let's just pop this off for now anyway. So it doesn't confuse us. And one of the reasons we do that is what are the three musketeers telling you? They're trying to break up above the moving averages. See, once we get above the moving averages, we're going to have more buyers than sellers. If we're above the moving averages on the 240, the 60, and the 10, we have more buyers than sellers. Notice the 30 minutes with it. So what are they trying to tell you? We're trying to move this thing to the upside. All right? So let's figure out the target to the upside. We'll pop the first on the HSI from here. This is the first one. All right? So we can now get a pretty clear understanding that this is trade number 1 and this is trade number 2. Everybody see it?
キウイドルですよね。チャンネルラインをブレイクしてきて、下から今白い HSI 引きましたけど、これ上がってきたら1つ目 R3 まで、2つ目が R4 までという感じですか。
Yeah, it needs to be done, period. They don't like to leave them not squared up, Gary. The reason they don't like to leave them squared up is because they own trades the wrong way. When the broker sells your trade to the broker, to the market maker, he owns your trade. All right? He's agreed to take the other side of that trade from you. All right? And that's where the problem is. He owns your trade. Right? He's taking the risk from the broker for lending you the money. He's taking all that. And that's why they need to square them up. They need to get rid of them. That's toxic waste. There might be real estate that is going to be foreclosed on, and nobody's paying their bill. It's the same thing. It's a landfill. There you go. Well, basically, that's a great opportunity in New Zealand once we get it. So we don't want to miss this opportunity here. Yeah, typically, and that's one of the reasons we have a problem with the U.S. market, Gary, is because if they move it in the London market, what are we into? All right? Let's say that they tear it down like this in the London market, and then New York opens. Well, we've done all this. We've done the ATR. So what are we going to do? We're going to retrace it. And so most of the time we're doing the retracement there. That's why when we get an opportunity that we're going to be the ones moving it and not the retracement, then we'll leave the retracement to the London boys. See? That's why we get waves. Right? Yeah, we've got an inverse snowman here. Exactly right. Big opportunity, folks. We don't want to miss this opportunity, but it isn't here yet. So there he is, standing upside down. Big opportunity. Anytime we get a chance to do a snowman, it means we're going to scale in. First trade's in here, second one's here. Do not limit yourself here. Move your stop in the first phase. Yeah, you're upside down, Jossie. Move your stop in the first phase so you're in position for the second. The second trade then becomes riskless. You're trading riskless all the way up to here. No risk. That's pretty dang good. Alright, RVN. We've got a rectangle up, as you can see, going sideways. That means we're going to do the pole. The pole is from how we got into this move and how we got out. And we can see that day chart top is the opportunity. There it is.
オージー円ですね。オージー円レクタングルっていう、ポールっていうパターンがあって、ポールっていうのはこう、上がってきたのが横ばいになって、そのまんま同じ分だけ上がるよ。っていうので、そこにはデイチャートのトップがありますねと。
Right there. So on the breakout of this sideways move here in the Singapore or the Asian, we're going to be in that trade right there. Don't miss that trade, folks. A sweet little trade with very little things to stop it. Not very much barriers there. Euro pound. If, in fact, we can ever break out of this doggone bear flag right here, if we can ever break out, we'll be trading to the downside to this 127.0 pip and 84.87 PSR. However, when we look at this, and this is the last day you can trade this, when we look at this, we know they did, by the way, they did fill the gap. What do you know? They filled that gap right there. Son of a gun. That's what that move was. See how they filled that gap? That was all just to fill the gap. Right there. Alright? Now, you can all see that there still is a real danger here of the head and shoulders. In which case, this is the neckline. Going right down through here. There's the neckline. So, break above here, we're going to become a buyer again. A break down here, we're going to be a sell.
ユーロポンドです。ヘッド&ショルダー見えてます。で、ネックラインがあって、で、この長いキャンドルっていうのは完全に窓を埋めてきましたよねと。この窓埋めをしてきて、で、まあネックラインっていうのがこのトレンドラインで、このトレンドラインを上に割ってきたら買っていきましょう。しかし、このヘッド&ショルダー、この安値割ってきたら、売っていきましょうと。ユーロポンドですね。60分チャートです。
None of that has to do with the RFN10. You see that? None of that has to do with that. That's about figuring it out. Then if I get an RFN10, I'll take it. See? Don't become an indicator junkie. Euro Aussie. Alright? All the problems on the euro are caused because of the Cyprus deal. Alright? We're at the bottom of the day chart trend line and a 240 trend line. Alright? They came up and they have found some sellers. As you can see, they have found sellers here. Already done 40 pips this morning. Alright? Technical traders could have made that trade. We couldn't have made the trade in here, but my fast trackers could have made it. Down is here what we're looking for. Alright? So, what do they got to do? They got to keep buying dollars. What are they doing today? They're selling dollars. And that's why everything is kind of hunky upside down this morning.
まあ、ユーロ王子、チャンネルに当たって、まあ、デイチャートのこの、トレンドラインの下まで行くんじゃないかなって言ってて。
Let's go look at the ATR just to see what it is. Where is Mr. ATR? Why can't I find my ATR? Here we go. Aussie. Dollar index. Alright, so we see they've been selling dollars today. That's what they were doing. Alright, but they found the bottom. Alright, don't forget, this is a currency. It's a basket of currencies. So if we get a bounce here, we would start buying dollars, which means the euro would go down, the pound would go down, euro yen might go down, pound yen might go down, pound New Zealand would probably go down. See? That is the base currency. So, you can see we got some wicks here. And last time we had some wicks here, what did they do? They took it up. See? So, they may start buying dollars here. We're going to FOMC this afternoon, so be aware of that. FOMC is this afternoon. That's another reason why we don't want to take any trades this late in the session. It's a press conference and anything can happen. Alright, Euro CAD, again it's got the CAD in it. We are still chop city. Chop city. So we want to be out of the chop, which is this bear flag right here. If this breaks the bear flag to the downside, that's our trade right there. If it breaks.
まあ昨日はドルが売られていて、今これユーロカナダなんですけど、まあベアフラッグが出ていて、これブレイクしてきたら売っていきたいねと。
In the meantime, going up in here is all chop, 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 chop. That chop will take your stop. Don't trade the chop, trade the wide open space. You see that? Fraught with risk. So we want to trade this area because it is the wide open space. And as a trader, what you do is you say, I will not take this trade until I get into the wide open space. Yeah, but you got a great looking RF10, man. Why don't you just take it? Because I'm in the wrong place to take a trade. I'm not going to do that. Don't be the dumb money. The dumb money trades everywhere. Smart money trades where there's a wide open space and then they maximize that space. Alright? If it doesn't happen in the session, they wait till the next one. It's not the last trade in the Forex. Alright? CAD yen. As you can see, we're kind of a mess. You still stuck a cat in it, and there's where the problem is. The cat is the problem, part of this deal. And so it's still oscillating, trying to figure out what to do. I'd stay the heck out of it. You're doing in. We have corrected now.
カナダ円、やめときましょうと。次、キウイ円行きましょう。
Back to the top of this trend line. This trend line is a well-built trend, as you see. So we're at a place right now where we can sell this thing off, all right? And we do know that the yens are all trying to move to the upside, however, all right? So if we get a breakout here, we're going to have to redo these the targets to the upside. Let me do that real quick here. I don't need this one anymore. Hold on. Take this off. See how the geometry works, though? Fast trackers, geometry. All right. We'll find the bottom here, go down here to the bottom, put a HSI on here for the first target. There we go. Take this S1 off so that it doesn't confuse us anymore. And we'll have to put these back on. If it respects the time and goes to the downside, we'll have to redo these. Alright? 100 pip pullback here. And we're looking for the second opportunity to the upside. We're trying to find where the targets will go if they break. Alright, now it becomes pretty clear, really quickly, that the real trade, can everybody see that's the real game? That's the real trade right there. Alright? So if we get a break, hook, and go, we're going up to there. Alright? So trade 1 is here, trade 2 is here.
9円の30分チャートなんですけども、30分足なんですけど、下から HSI 引いて、まずはこのブレイクフック&ゴーで何をブレイクフック&ゴーっていうかっていうと、このトレンドラインですよね。ブレイクフック&ゴーでR2 まで行きましょう。で、リアルトレードは R3 までだよねっていうことを言っていますね。
My drawer is not drawing very well today. Must be operator error. You can see this is a correction, it's not a bear flag. So if we sell here, we can still trade back down to the double bottom and down in here. So we got two opportunities to the downside. And we got a smaller opportunity here and a big opportunity here, and there's the day chart top that's right there. So we know that the yens are trying to be bought, so we anticipate this buy out of here. If we get the buy out of here, we're going to take it right here. Once I've done this, I know that I'm looking for a trade here. I'm looking for a trade above 79. I can't take the trade into the 79. Because of the even number. Yeah, there's the target, but I'm too close. I'm only 7 pips from the 79, so I'm going to be above here for that trade. If I get the breakout down here, I'm going to take the trade to the downside. Because that's a continuation, not a breakout, but the breakout of the single line trend line, and I'm going to be a seller down below here. See? Those are my opportunities. Which way are we going to do? I don't know. I don't care. I'm ready to go. I can do either one. Time is dealing. Alright, we're up at the top, there's no place to go. If we pull back down in here, we'll take the trade again. Alright. So we come all the way up to here. Alright, they put a higher high in. See that? That's a higher high. So that means we're going to still continue to try to do this trend. Comes down into here and bounces. We're going to be into that trade. And our overall target is up here at 186.
ポンドニュージーランドです。高値を切り上げているので、まだこのチャンネルライン、青いチャンネルラインが使われている可能性があります。なのでこのまま上がってきたら、この高値というか HSI まで行きたいねと。
1.8600
1.8600 1.8600 まで上がるんじゃないかなと。
Silver, for those of you who can, we're currently stuck in a wedge until we figure this wedge out. Nothing to do. We're either going to get a breakout north or a breakout south. A breakout south, you're looking at the double bottom down here. A breakout north, you're looking to go all the way up to 30.
銀ですね、XAG。これは売りの場合は、ウェッジの中にいるので、ブレイクしてきたらダブルボトムまで売り、上に抜けてきたら HSI まで買いですね。
Alright, love to see that 30 happen, believe me. Pound chief. Pound chief, you know the pounds are being bought. Pound is the base currency. So, as you can see, there's an opportunity here, but it's not very big because the space is limited all the way up. Alright? Yes, the overall target is there, but that's going to be a tough trade to do if you make one trade. It's going to be a beautiful trade if you scale in, because all these barriers are going to create bounce points for you to scale in. Alright? So the kind of trade you are will tell, this is one where Bruno will say I made 600 pips last night, and you guys will say I made 50. Alright? Why? Because he'll scale in on that. See? That's his dream right there, and for us it's really, really tough, you know? Then that's the difference in being a pro and not being a pro, alright? So, but you're in the process of learning to be a pro. That's how you get there. And you don't get there because you immediately arrive. It doesn't happen. Forget it. Bruno's been trading with me for, I don't know, 6 years probably, Bruno? Something like that. So, you know, long time. Alright, and the top of the Aussie New Zealand, nothing to do with it.
ポンドフランちょっと厳しいよねっていうことを言ってて、で、今、OG キウイですね。
We get a pullback, alright? They anticipated this getting over to the heart line first. 2 years, okay? And here we go. But he was a professional trader before that. So, that's what we're looking for if we get a pullback here. Alright, so let's put the little arrow down here because we will want this trade. Now, the problem with the Aussie, this is a great currency for beginners learning Aussie New Zealand because it doesn't move very fast. Alright, so it's a good currency. It takes at least. Alright, well, thank you, Bruno. Appreciate that. Alright. Alright. There we go, folks. That's what I see. There's the bunnies for the day. FOMC. Wow. Be careful. Be careful. That could change everything. Okay? New Zealand, they're waiting for the New Zealand this afternoon. Once that New Zealand announcement comes out, we may end up seeing the moves on New Zealand. We've already figured them out. We're just waiting for them to happen. Alright, got some euro and pounds in the London session, and then tomorrow morning, you got two you gotta watch for. Stay out of the CAD at 7:30, and we got unemployment claims, alright? That could be a big mover, alright? Alright, so I'll see my fast trackers for a special private webinar at 12:30 today Central Time, which is 1:30 Eastern Time. So in other words, in an hour and a half, I will see my fast trackers. Use the private mentoring button on your info center. Alright, everybody, I'll see you shortly. Alright, everybody, have a great day.
はい、というわけで今日のセッションリキャップここまでです。今日は、3つ、ドル円、ユーロ円、あとオージードルですね。あとカナダ円も来てたんですけど、3つ4つトレードアラート来てましたので、またご確認ください。で、今から、今朝からニュースが多いので、FOMC もありますし、動きが急に変わるかもしれないので、気をつけてくださいねっていうことを今最後にスコットが言ってましたので、ご注意ください。そんな感じですかね。今日の夜は、17時から、ロンドンセッション、僕ウェブセミナーやりますし、22時から笹田が、ウェブセミナーやらせてもらいますので、またお時間ある方はぜひご参加ください。それではどうも今日もありがとうございました。失礼します。